Yep, just picked up a very rare item, which is a Trix HO digital crane gantry system, which is a 66105, mint in the box, brand new. Saying that's about 2009 model, I think it is, from the Fire and Water series, which has the emblem there, which is like a one-time series. Probably won't ever make this crane again because it's such an expensive item to buy at the time. This is the digital version, which will work with the ESU sensor over there. You can work it with the iPad, probably using touch cab, iPod, and it's got its dedicated controller, which I'll show in a minute. As always, again with Trix, everything's packed to an extremely high standard. The box is absolutely fantastic. It comes in. It's got a plastic pre-moulded sheet on top to stop everything moving around. It's also got a ribbon to access the lower shelf inside the box, which is a nice touch. You get the service sheet, which shows a breakup of the actual crane for spare parts, which is quite a few, and you get the user manual, a little pamphlet there, and a guarantee card. That's what you get. That's the literature you get. Yeah, so I took the top layer off, the plastic pre-moulded sheet. You get access to the top layer, which holds the fantastic crane. She's got a light here. That boom arm moves up and down, does a 360 movement on the crane, and actually the crane moves along this gantry system left and right, and the actual crane gantry system moves forwards and backwards as well on the base. You get the digital command sensor here, which goes into the track, and you can use it to take the power from a separate transformer, which you need to supply yourself. It also comes with some accessory electrical parts here, an electromagnetic pickup device, which is an optional part, which is quite an amazing piece of kit really. You can see it there, that's workable via a switch on the controller. And I've got some more accessory parts here, not sure what they are. And of course you get the controller, which is absolutely fantastic. It's made by Logitech, so it's not a cheap old controller. I'm not sure, I think it's infrared. I'm not 100% sure how this works. It's like an Xbox 360 controller. You got all your buttons there, so it's not a cheap item. It's well made, well put together, and extremely rare. I'm not sure where I'm going to fit it on the system. Yeah, I'm not sure. I might even just put it into storage and keep it for the future, with it being such a rare item. Yeah, so when you take that top layer off using the supplied ribbon, which is a nice touch, you get the huge base which it slides up and down on, with little mini buffer stops on it, and a sort of pebbled, cobbled floor effect. And it is a huge base which has got a countersink slightly into the base of the wherever you're going to put it, and it takes a power through the bottom on negative and positive feed wires, and that feeds the whole system via these electrical metal rails, and it takes the power up from that up through the gantry system onto another set of rails on top of there, and that's where this little mini crane thing runs along, as you can see, like a little mini loco. So I might assemble this next, see what it looks like. I might power it up. Yeah, so that's what it looks like. It took a while to get out of the box because it's really intricate. The crane part is very heavy. It's really heavy, that part. It could probably take 3 or 4 tracks underneath the gantry system, with a truck pulling up the side. And the idea is, on my system, if I do install it, is to have some digital wagons pulling up here with the steel coil wagons with the hoods that electrically move back to pick up the loads using the electric pickup electromagnet, and to load them onto the truck at the side, just for a laugh. But yeah, really impressed with it. It's good just as a static model. I will not be getting rid of this. Be keeping it just as a static model if I don't install it, just to play around with, because it is really, really nice. Just another view angle, so you can see you've got a countersink back probably about 10mm into the board. Takes the electrical feed there along the rails up through the system onto the second set of rails. That's how it gets the power of the crane. Yeah, just taking a closer look as well at the receiver module, which is 2.4 GHz digital receiver and digital transmitter on the Trix Logitech controller made by Logitech Wingman. So yeah, quite interesting. So transmit from here, receive into this device where the digital decoder is, and all the information goes up through the rails to control the crane. And there is another way of wiring it up, but I've got to look into that to control it via my command centre if I wanted to. So yeah, that's quite an interesting thing. I'm going to have to look at the instructions because it needs commissioning according to the instructions. It's been quite a complicated piece of kit. It does need running in, so and setting up correctly before proper use. So I'll have a look at that on the next